Yeah, we caught up with that former manager earlier this evening. She says that none of the allegations happened when she was the manager here at Gethsemane Cemetery. Now that lawsuit is filled with very disturbing allegations citing years of mismanagement at the cemetery on Detroit's east side. Like you both said, the city owns the cemetery but uses a contractor to run it. This all comes as an investigation into whether bodies are buried in the right places underway. And that former manager speaking out for the first time.
That's what hurts me so bad, that I have nothing to do with the lawsuit.
As a former manager of Gethsemane Cemetery on Detroit's east side, Sylvia Thomas says she has her own questions, like why she is named a defendant in a class action lawsuit filed Wednesday in Wayne County Circuit Court.
You know, I wish somebody could answer that for me and tell me. I don't know if it's ignorance or what.
Thomas says she ran the cemetery from May 2020 to May 2021 and claims the work she did was by the book. She says the accusations of mismanagement stem from companies who ran the cemetery before her, which she discovered during her first burial.
Someone was already in the grave, and it wasn't for the person that I was trying to bury. So what I had to do was I had to pray real hard and ask the Lord to give me some wisdom and knowledge how to tell the family what I could do for them.
Thomas says she paid to have the body put into a crypt instead, and she says she did that 5 times. She also claims she had problems finding people's loved ones. And while she says she feels for the families affected by this week's investigation,
not responsible for any of their emotions, because I'm not the responsible party.
When people join together, the class action is a mechanism of the court system that allows people to be heard as a group. So that's what we're after.
Linda Rollins is an attorney for Rossman PC, the law firm that filed the lawsuit against the city and the companies who at one point were in charge of managing the cemetery. She says so far 5 families have come forward alleging mismanagement. She says similar cases have happened around the country.
Records are not kept, and sometimes people are sold cemetery plots that have already been filled. Bodies are buried on top of other bodies. Bodies are buried in pathways.
Meanwhile, the heartache continues for people like Tawana Perkins, whose brother is buried near where 20 bodies are being exhumed to see if they're resting in the right place.
It's sad. I'm emotional about it. I have generations of family members across the street, and I think that they are very disrespectful to the deceased, to the families of the loved ones, and I believe it's just greed.
We also reached out to the city of Detroit and the other companies named in that lawsuit. So far, Thomas is the only one who's commented. We're on Detroit's east side. Veronica Meadows, we'll send it back to you.
Well, all of this information is just revealing so many issues with how this was handled. Are we starting to see more families come forward because of this, questioning what happened to their loved ones?
Yeah, Taryn, that is absolutely true. That attorney telling us so far they've had 5 camp families come forward, but it's really been more and more every single day. And when we've been out here as well, every single day we've noticed more families who they say are gathering to make sure that their loved ones are accounted for.